Just like before, be very, very, very careful of his blast. Be careful, make sure you can jump over it. You see how much damage it just did to me when it hit me, so you know it means business. There's actually an easy way to get him stuck in a loop I'm going to try to do. I think I got him here. Here we go, I got him stuck in the loop. He'll just keep doing this, hopefully, from now on. I just have to time my jumps exactly correct, which my key to do so is when he, when he gets knocked back, he does that little bit forward when he stands right before he gets ready to blast. That's my cue that I'm to jump again and continue the pattern. Come on, one more. Oh, no, needs another one. There we go. Electman's taken out, one of the harder ones to deal with. And let's do another whole part of this. I hate these little exploding ball things that pop out. They're pretty annoying to deal with. Not one of my more favorite things to have to mess with, but still. Maneuver my way around them, dodge around, and work my way over to this ladder. Hey, look, there's weird eyeball things, which you actually can use an ability to get past them really, really easy, without having to actually sit there and bother killing them. Because, for example, there's no way you can get down there without getting hit. So, I'm going to take out Electman's ability because of that 3-pronged lightning shot. You can use that in order to get past it. You know what? I'm just going to use it. Yeah, there we go. Hey, look at that. I was able to blast through the area pretty easily now. I forget how many of these areas I have to deal with. You know what? I'll use it again. Haha. Goodbye. Got you all. There's a lot of these things. I forgot how many there were. Oh well. Moving down. Continuing to move down. Here's another area where I'm going to use Electman's ability. Ow, that one actually hit me, damn it. Piece of crap. Watch out for that other thing, which is actually really easy to dodge its abilities. And here we go. We have ourselves our cloned Mega Man battle. Of course, he is, going to be the same thing I am, but if I change my ability, he changes his. So we're going to change right back now to the Mega Blaster. And he, of course, he's faster than us, seemingly. He has a better jump, it seems like, as well, but for the most part, I can get him stuck in a loop. Watch. Just watch this. See how I got him stuck on the right side of the screen? He just keeps, even though he moves forward sometimes and he's getting ready to come towards me, he just ends up stopping halfway through and ends up, going right back to the wall on the other side. So, I just stand here and continue delivering shots to him. If you can get him stuck in this, it's really, really, really easy, and probably the easiest way to do it is that. So, hey, he's taken out. Didn't really take too much effort for me to be able to take him out, but he's done, and now we're actually halfway through the Wily stages. The next one is pretty much one of the easier of the Wily stages. Actually has the easiest boss, at least of the main Wily stages that we have to deal with, so at least that one's not too hard. We actually got the 2 hardest ones done already. Yellow Devil and the Clone are considered the 2 hardest ones, and not only this game, but in most of Mega Man, I think. Because we got more of these eyeball things that we've already had to deal with once before. Maneuver our way around them here. Not only is the boss of this place pretty easy, the enemies and the path you have to take to get to them is actually pretty easy as well. Not a whole lot of, actual jumping and stuff like this. This is actually the end part here, which of course has this big giant thing of water that we have to deal with, as well as these penguin things that fly at us, which is actually really easy to dodge. Just keep holding the right and jump over them as they come towards you. Only like the very final one that you're going to see at the end here is one that you actually have to kind of jump a little bit, but if you keep going and time it exactly correctly, you can still make it over every single one of them without having any problems. Yeah, see that last one? I jumped, I hit the wall, but still, hey, I took him out. Okay, here we go. As soon as this thing comes down, just blast a bunch of shots in it. It takes a good handful of shots, like 10 or so Mega Blast shots, and it dies. You have to deal with a whole bunch of these. As you can see, when I kill one, it takes away a good chunk of his health. Now they all follow the same exact pattern depending upon what door they come out of. Every time one comes out of that one door, they're going to follow that same path. It comes out of that left side door, he goes over to the side, down, over. This one out of the top, he immediately comes down, to the left, up and around. Once, so they follow the exact same pattern no matter which one they come out. Of course, they get faster and faster as they continue, but you can see with only a few shots, they're taken out and they're eliminated. You can actually pick up those things in the middle with Gutsman's ability and hit one of them with it, and it's an instant kill on one of those things. But like I said before, since we're just using Mega Blaster, I just showed my strategy of using just that against it. But even though you can kill them instantly with Gutsman's ability, they're pretty easy anyway, so yeah, it's just best kind of just to deal with it, you know, whatever. But either way, okay, it is finally time for the, well, it's the final stage, the final part of Wily's Castle. Oh, damn, I'm still not going to get past those things without getting hit. Oh, well. I got hit anyway. Use Gutsman's ability here to get past this wall of crap here. There we go. And for whatever reason, Dr. Wily seemingly loves Gutsman. I mean, look, just like the final stage of the game, and yet there's like little statues or whatever in the walls and ceilings of the stage of Gutsman. So, I guess for whatever reason, he really, really likes Gutsman, even though I never really saw why he was awesome. Of course, he's become more popular now because of certain YouTube videos of Gutsman in particular have become hilarious, but other than that, I don't really see a need to love Gutsman that much. As we're just going to kind of stand here and wait for this thing to come over. Of course, this thing is the exact same thing that we dealt with in Gutsman's stage. It's actually really hard. This thing's actually pretty hard to maneuver around, but not extremely challenging by any stretch. And now we're in a series of battles against the other robot masters. Here we go. We got Bomb Man. Friendly Bomb Man. He's extremely easy to maneuver around, extremely easy to dodge. Of course, this is like the final boss rush. We have to deal with the other 4 robot masters that we didn't deal with earlier. Which is kind of good that I don't have to fight Elect Man again. Okay, here we go. Fireman. Oh god. I hate him so much. I'm going to try to get him. This is how you're supposed to beat him, by slowly maneuvering around his shots. But I still get hit by him sometimes because they're hard to maneuver around. But having an easier shot time around against him, taking only a couple of shots. If you mash the button and get a lot of hits in, he seems to fire more shots at you. So, Iceman. Here we go again with Iceman. I'm just going to use the exact same strategy I used against him previously. Just easy to dodge all his moves, just have to jump over there's bottom 2 to come at you. Of course, he only goes in 3 spots, and now he's going to retract all the way back to the wall again. And he'll just keep following this pattern. Here's at the wall, and now he'll move forward a little bit again, and then back up again, depending upon how long it takes me to take him out. Takes a good amount of shots, but extremely easy to deal with, and I don't take any damage. Which is good, because we still have Gutsman to deal with, as well as Wily himself. Of course, since Gutsman is Wily's seemingly favorite robot, he's of course the last one that we have to fight. And just like before, he throws giant things at us, and plays the same exact way. If he jumps in the same spot, he's usually about to launch a giant rock at you, so be of course careful about that. But as he's actually jumping and maneuvering around the stage, he's not going to throw anything at you, so that's at least a good thing. And there you go. Gutsman's taken out. You know, since you've already faced him before, and if you want to use his weakness against him, which is Bomb Man's ability, you know, you can take him out relatively, really easily, but hey. Okay, here we go with Dr. Wily, the final boss of the game. He actually has 2 little forms that we have to deal with. His first form is you're going to jump up and shoot just the gun hand. He, of course, fires a series of blasts at you, similar in style, you know, to some of the other arcing abilities, including those mine pick throwing guys from Gutsman's stage earlier in the game. They're pretty easy to maneuver around, they're not too challenging. They do a little bit, you know, a decent amount of damage, but nothing too terrible. But since you've already had to go through a boss rush to get to this point, you're going to be in bad shape. So just take your time around these things, only fire when you have a perfect shot. I usually don't try to take any chances unnecessary chances unless I absolutely have to. As we slowly drain his health, once it's completely drained down, he'll of course switch over to his final form, and we'll have to take that out. Okay, here we go. Final form, and his blasts are a pain in the butt. They do this circular motion, as you're seeing. The best thing in the world is if you can time it just about when if you jump right before he's about to blast it, that spiral shot will just go above your head and won't go anywhere near you. If it does fire at you, my strategy is to stand still, because it's a good chance, not all the time, but there is a good possibility it will just completely circle around you like the weapon does in Fester's Quest, the enemies. It'll just circle right around you and go off screen and you don't get hit by it. So Unfortunately, if you're not fully in the air when he fires it, just stand still and you have a good chance of dodging it.